Hello, I'm Camille Teape and this is Sked Live for Friday, November 14th. Here are today's stories. A judge has dismissed an application to take an Aboriginal girl away from her family for chemotherapy. The young girl has been suffering from leukemia and is treating the disease through alternate methods at a Florida clinic. McMaster Hospital was trying to convince the court to force Children's Aid Society to intervene on the critically ill girl's behalf. The family of Rachelle Harper, a Winnipeg teen who was sexually assaulted and left for dead, has addressed the media for the first time. Rachelle's mother called her a fighter and hero. First Nations communities want people to be more aware of violence against Aboriginal women. 21-year-old Justin Hudson and a 17-year-old man are charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault with a weapon, and sexual assault. Overseas, Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper is in New Zealand today. Harper is meeting with New Zealand's Prime Minister John Key for bilateral talks. It is the first visit to New Zealand by a Canadian Prime Minister in 19 years. One of the top speaking points will be the high Canadian dairy tariffs. New Zealand is the world's largest dairy producer and would like to be competitive on the Canadian market. After traveling for more than 6 billion kilometers, the Philae launcher may not get to conduct the scientific test it was designed to do, unless Rosetta scientists move it. The probe is in a bad position on Comet 67P. Its landing spot does not have enough sunlight. They are trying to move it to an area with more light to power its batteries. The Philae lander has about 60 hours of battery life, but will need more for its experiments. Scientists are hoping that they can use the Philae's drill to move the lander into a more favorable area. Now let's go over to Tim Paul with sports.
Thanks, Camille. An exciting game tonight as the Leafs are welcoming Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins to town. Phil Kessel has been red hot, leading the league with 10 goals so far this year. It's not clear yet, but Jonathan Bernier is expected to get the start when the puck drops tonight at 7:30. In basketball, the ACC was silenced last night as the Bills pulled past the Raptors for a 100-93 win. All-star DeMar DeRozan missed 14 shots, finishing just 3 for 17. The Raptors and Bulls are now tied for first place in the East with 7-2 records. Toronto will look to rebound against visiting Utah Jazz tomorrow night. In the CFL, a trip to the Grey Cup is on the line for 4 teams this Sunday. The BC Lions will try to tackle the Montreal Alouettes, and it's a battle of the backups between the Rough Riders and the Eskimos. 41-year-old Kerry Joseph will start for Saskatchewan, and backup quarterback Matt Nichols will lead Edmonton. In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills started strong but failed to finish after giving up 19 unanswered points in the final 18 minutes to division rival Miami. Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill threw for 2 touchdowns to seal the win. The Bills, however, fell to 5-5 on the year. In Major League Baseball, Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw became the first pitcher to win the National League MVP award in nearly 50 years. That's your sports for the day. Now to entertainment with Rachelle.
I'm Rachelle Semplonius. Here's what's new in entertainment today. If you want a good laugh, Dumb and Dumber 2 hits the box office this weekend. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels are back as Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn in the follow-up to their comedy classic. Or, if you're looking for something for the whole family, it's the last weekend for the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair. From horse shows to dog shows, the fair is celebrating its 90th year at Exhibition Place. Santa Claus is coming back to town. It is the 110th annual Toronto Santa Claus Parade this Sunday. Santa will arrive at 12:30, ready to make your Christmas wish list. For those of you who want to stay in shape, you can join in the Holly Jolly 5K Fun Run. Check out the route of Ho Ho Happiness at SantaClausParade.com. Here's Niranyamnu, who will tell us what weather will be like for this weekend for Santa and the reindeer.
I'm Niranyamnu, and here's this week's weather forecast. Today is a wonderful day to spend outdoors. With a clear sky and little wind, we'll be experiencing a high of 2 degrees and a low of -3. We're expecting a lot of sun on Saturday morning and a cloudy evening with a high of 3 degrees and a low of -2. Sunday we'll have scattered flurries with a high of 2 degrees and a low of -2. Monday we'll have a few flurries and a high of 2 degrees and a low of -3. Tuesday, we're expecting a few flurries and a low of -5. And Wednesday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds with a high of -1 and a low of -5. You are now up to date with this week's weather forecast. I'm Naren Yemnu, back to the studio.
That's been Skedline for Friday, November 14th. I'm Camille Teape. Until next time.